DEI efforts are at the heart of APWA's mission, while public works departments across the country work hard to foster equity and inclusion amongst their staff and communities. Meeting with us right here in her home city, we're joined by Atlanta's Chief Equity Officer, Candace Stanciel, to discuss how we're doing it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tara, for the opportunity. So excited to be with you all.
So tell us how you got started in this role.
Absolutely. For the last 2 decades or so, I've been thinking about equity work across a number of industries: higher education, entertainment, venture, philanthropy. And when this role opened up with our city, I thought, this place that I love, this is where I want to serve next.
And what kind of change were you looking for when you walked into this role?
Absolutely. I mean, I think Atlanta is the birthplace of civil and human rights, right? That is something that's in our DNA. And so formulating an equity office felt really critical and right for this city. And this mayor has a vision for this city to be the opportunity for all and a city for the future. So it makes sense that we would center equity in the work. And that means across all things, whether it's thinking about affordable housing, whether it's universal income, or whether we're doing something like ensuring people have access to healthcare, right? Regardless of what those needs are, equity needs to be at the center of those decisions.
And what has been the impact, and how have you been able to measure it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been by community. So we tend to say, what are the groups that need some more support? We're here at APW, right? Great example. We do a ton around disability access and inclusion, right? Many people think of that first in your physical infrastructure, your buildings and your roads. That's great. But also, how are you ensuring that there's an interpreter at your event so that that person has access? So we think about it in all those ways. What do communities uniquely need who often don't get heard from the most?
And what is your advice for other cities who are looking to implement and enhance their DEI?
Absolutely. I think it's critical that you, one, make sure there's a person responsible for it. How do they measure and understand impact? How do they set strategy? How close are they to senior leadership? I'm in a cabinet level role, meaning I report directly to Chief of Staff and our mayor. If you put that person too far away from it, it's very hard for them to have the impact. And then how do you resource the work? So if I'm gonna say we're gonna make every restroom in our city accessible, what does that mean? It's probably gonna cost us something. So make sure that you put the resources behind the work that's necessary to ensure your city is centering equity.
Candace, those were great points, great advice. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.